Live from Innovation Park on the campus of Penn State University, this is PSN News. It's Tuesday, October 6th. Tonight we'll tell you all you need to know about the upcoming spring 2021 semester, as well as an update on the coronavirus cases here at University Park.
We also have an update on President Trump's coronavirus diagnosis, as well as your sports, entertainment, and weather.
Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Gabriella Hornack.
And I'm Madison Miller.
Penn State reported 203 new coronavirus cases at University Park this past Friday. According to the online coronavirus dashboard, there are currently 608 active coronavirus cases at the campus, with 2,040 cases being listed as no longer active. As the student cases rise, Penn State confirmed 2 additional cases from University Park employees. A total of 575 students are still awaiting test results.
Penn State campus police are investigating 3 separate sexual assaults that took place early Saturday morning. The first reported assault occurred between midnight and 1 a.m. by a male known to the victim in a Nittany apartment residence complex. The second assault was reported by an anonymous third party. As of now, it is believed the assault was by an unknown male between the hours of 12:45 a.m. and 1:15 a.m. in the first floor of the Johnson's Commons women's bathroom. The third assault of the night was by a male known to the victim in the East Halls complex. Penn State encourages anyone with further information to contact the campus police.
Penn State will no longer have its spring break for the 2021 spring semester following Monday's announcement. Students are expected to have a delayed start, returning Monday, January 18th, rather than the previously slated January 11th start date. According to a university press release, the decision was made to reduce the possibility of coronavirus transmission during travel to and from campus. Instruction will continue in the same modes as fall 2020, with faculty given the choice to decide between in-person, mixed mode, remote synchronous, and remote asynchronous. The dates and modes are subject to change as the pandemic continues and progresses.
Once the pandemic hit, Penn State campus decided to close all campus rec buildings. However, last week, the intramural buildings reopened with new COVID-19 protocols. Field reporter Emily Tracy has the story.
Hi, I'm Emily Tracy reporting for PSN News here at the IM building, which just opened last week. With new COVID restrictions, Campus Rec has had to implement new policies to ensure the safety of all students. These policies include a reservation system through PennStateCampusRec.org in which students reserve 1 hour and 15-minute time slots for whatever part of the gym they're planning to work out. These areas include 2 weight areas, 2 cardio, table tennis, badminton, and racquetball.
So the reservation system that we have through our web browser, and we have a new app called, if you search Penn State Campus Rec or Penn State C-Rec in one of your app stores for your phone, you'll be able to get our portal that allows you to register just at the touch of a button. That's really nice too, because you can scan into the building with a barcode. So you can pull up a barcode and just hold your phone up to a scanner that's at the welcome desk rather than having to slide your card. So contactless entry there.
So what do you think of the new restrictions in the gym?
I think it's pretty awesome, actually. It's not really overcrowded and people are doing really well social distancing with the masks, and I'm happy the gyms are open again.
Thanks. I'm Emily Tracy reporting with PSN News.
Students are facing discipline after violating the university's mandatory health and safety policies. Since August 17th, Penn State's Office of Student Violations has responded to more than 1,000 reported cases. The university has issued 1,277 sanctions for violations of the coronavirus policies. 82% of these students received warnings about their misconduct, while 16% were placed on probation. A total of 10 students have been suspended from the university, and an additional 17 students have lost their on-campus housing contracts. Penn State is continuing to spread the message of the Mask Up or Pack Up campaign in hopes of eliminating the spread of the coronavirus.
Stay tuned because after the break, Samantha Manuzza will bring you the latest in entertainment.
Welcome back to PSN News. I'm Samantha Manuzza with your entertainment update. Penn State students have several options for new activities this week besides binging season 6 of Schitt's Creek on Netflix. This Thursday, October 8th, the Center for Performing Arts presents a look into its new initiative, Illumination. The hour-long event will begin at 1 p.m. in the Eisenhower Auditorium patio tent and will focus on the discussion of global cultures, making friends, and environmental care, as well as decorating personal paper lanterns. Check out the newest addition to the Hub's Art Alley, an interactive exhibit called Hostile Terrain 94. The project displays multicolored tags representing each migrant life that was lost crossing the U.S. border through the Sonoran Desert in Arizona. Its name comes from the 1994 U.S. policy called Prevention Through Deterrence, which increased Border Patrol measures intended to shift undocumented migration patterns. Each tag features a person's name, age, cause of death, body condition, and the location where they were found. This exhibit was created by Jason DeLeon, who received his doctorate in anthropology from Penn State in 2008. DeLeon said he came up with the idea in 2018, hoping to raise awareness for the migrant struggle, ultimately taking 16 months and 8 prototypes before finalizing the project. After a period of at-home episodes, SNL is back in person and live as always for the premiere of the show's 46th season. Chris Rock hosted the first in-studio show since the pandemic hit. The audience was made up primarily of socially distant and pre-tested first responders. The episode featured many fan favorites like Alec Baldwin as President Donald Trump, Maya Rudolph as Senator Kamala Harris, as well as introduced Jim Carrey as Vice President Joe Biden. Kate McKinnon, who has memorably played Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg, paid a final tribute to her at the end of the show's Weekend Update segment. McKinnon spoke to USA Today later, reflecting fondly about portraying her on SNL multiple times, and that, quote, "It was one of the great honors of my life to meet Justice Ginsburg, to shake her hand, and to thank her for her lifetime of service to this country." That was your entertainment update. Stay tuned because after the break, Kelly Warner will bring you the latest from the world of sports.
Welcome back to PSN News. I'm Kelly Warner with your sports update. Penn State moved up to number 9 in the AP poll this week despite not playing a game yet this season. This move comes after multiple upsets and losses by ranked teams last Saturday. Penn State joins other Big Ten teams in the top 25, including Ohio State at number 6, Wisconsin at number 16, Michigan at number 20, and Minnesota at number 25. The Nittany Lions will kick off their season on October 24th against the Indiana Hoosiers. Penn State's Belisario College of Communications hosted a speaker series featuring Lisa Wilson, the NFL editor for The Athletic and former executive sports editor for the Buffalo News and a senior editor for The Undefeated. PSN News field reporter Chandler Weber has the story.
On Thursday, October 1st, Lisa Wilson spoke with Belisario Journalism Speakers Forum about her career as an NFL editor with The Athletic.
So I think what I've been watching since March and still watching, and it's actually picking up in the news this week, is just how the NFL is going to navigate the COVID-19 pandemic. But the beauty of The Athletic is giving writers time to kind of work the locker room back when that's a thing, and I'm going to be speaking a lot about how things normally are. Obviously, some things have changed during the pandemic.
Lisa Wilson shared her story with us on how she was one of the first African American women to become president of APSE.
Really? There's only one. You can't find other Black women who are qualified for this. So it's a few emotions going on there, right? When I hear that, but you say the first, and I'm always mindful of that, and always very grateful and thrilled about that. But at the same time, I try not to focus on first. I just want to make sure I'm not the last.
I spoke with John Affleck, who interviewed Lisa for the Speakers Forum on Thursday night.
It's a great opportunity to see excellent people who have really achieved a lot in the industry. And so I really would just encourage people to take a look at the list and check it out, because even if it's not something that's exactly in your area, you might just pick up something that from somebody who has really good habits and learn a little bit about how they've succeeded. It might help students understand how they can succeed.
This is Chandler Weber reporting for PSN News.
The Penn State women's gymnastics program, led by head coach Sarah Brown, added Rachel Innes as an assistant coach on Monday. Innes arrives in Happy Valley after spending the last 2 seasons on the Temple coaching staff. As an assistant coach for the Owls, Innes helped lead Temple to consecutive ECAC championships. The Owls finished the 2020 season with the conference's highest national qualifying score. Head coach Sarah Brown said, quote, "We are thrilled to add Rachel to the staff. Her experience on the collegiate level as well as her strong dance background will help to take our program to a new level," end quote. The Nittany Lions ended the 2020 season ranked 30th in the road national standings. Penn State earned 8 dual meet wins, including 4 victories over ranked opponents. Penn State notched 5 scores above a 196.0, its most since 2015. The Nittany Lions averaged a 196.230 in 5 home meets, its highest at Rec Hall since 2015. The Houston Texans fired their head coach and general manager Bill O'Brien on Monday. The firing came after the Texans lost their 4th straight game, keeping them winless this season. O'Brien had been with the Texans since 2014 and has registered a record of 52-48. Houston reached the postseason 4 out of the last 6 seasons, but won just 2 postseason games. Romeo Crennel will fill in as the interim head coach, and Jack Esterby will be in charge of the front office with O'Brien out as GM. That was your sports update. This week, our interview anchor Meredith Lee was able to sit down with Penn State alumni Maddie Fresh, whose song about Trace McSorley is currently going viral on TikTok. Take a look.
Penn State's own Trace McSorley has become a viral sensation on TikTok after a Madden video about the star was posted last week. The video featured a song written by Penn State alum Matt Filer, also known as Maddie Fresh, which has since been used on the platform over 5,000 times. The original YouTube video has since grown to over 500,000 views. Matt, welcome. It's so great to have you here on the show.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
First, I wanted to talk to you about your background in music. Your YouTube channel, Maddie Fresh, has over 6,000 subscribers. Could you tell us a little more about that?
Yeah, so kind of started my senior year of high school, just messing around with certain things. But my first big break was in 2014. Made a song about my hometown that got pretty popular throughout my local area. It's called Skook State of Mind. And I never thought that I'd make another song that was more popular than that one. And that obviously changed last week.
And of course, you wrote the Trace McSorley song, which was an instant hit at Penn State in 2018. How did you get the idea to write that song, and what was it like?
So going into my senior year of college, there was a lot of hype around the program. Top 15 in the country, Trace coming back. The year before, I'd done a Saquon Barkley song. I always said that, there's a handful of players that will always stick in my mind. Michael Robinson growing up, Jordan Norwood, and then more recently, Saquon Barkley and Trace McSorley. So I just thought Trace was a legend. He was a hero around here, and that he deserved some recognition for what he was doing. So it really was just kind of to pay homage to him and get everybody excited for the season.
Right, and that song was so popular, you got to even perform it at Nittanyville before the OSU game in 2018. Is that right?
Yeah, so we did a student concert, and obviously it was the night before the game, so it was a lot of fun. Nittany Lion was out there. We had a lot of fun doing that, so that was a good time.
It's really awesome. And 2 years later, you made a surprising comeback. The song with McSorley in the NFL. It was even posted by the official NFL TikTok account. What was your first reaction to seeing that?
Well, I don't even have a TikTok account, so for me it was surprising. People have been sending me the videos all last week, and first I didn't really know what to make of it because it was just some guys playing Madden with Trace, and I thought that was cool. It was funny. They were using the song. That was great. But the song had been used before. It had been used on ESPN and some other things. So I was excited to see it gaining some momentum. I just didn't understand, I guess, the meme. But then that really sunk in, like when the NFL used it, like you mentioned, that was a turning point where we were like, I can't believe that this is actually happening. Like the song almost tripled on YouTube. We're trending towards 1 million views on YouTube right now. So it's kind of unbelievable. I'm still having a tough time understanding the insanity behind it, but I'm hoping that it keeps going, and I'm hoping that Trace can get in a game or benefit from this somehow. I know he's kind of become an internet sensation. So
Yeah, it's truly incredible how much attention that song has received just recently. And of course, within the past week, this new trend received lots of news coverage with sites like Onward State and a few others crediting you with this song. Now, there's a lot of people wondering out there, do you have any songs dropping this year or for the upcoming football season?
No plans as of now. A lot of people have asked, but I guess I can't say yes or no to that. My thing has always been, it's got to be worth it. It's got to be big, and I set the bar high. So if an opportunity ever arises someday, maybe in the future, but no plans as of right now. We're just gonna ride this one out, have some fun with it, and we're gonna hope that maybe one day Trace can get in the game, because if he does, I know he's gonna win. He's a winner, and this whole thing, even though I've gotten a little bit of credit for it, this whole thing's about Trace, and I'm just happy to be part of the ride.
Well, I guess we'll just have to wait and see what happens. Thank you once again for being here. It was great talking with you.
Of course. Thanks for having me.
And to our viewers, stay tuned for the weather.
From the students of Penn State Meteorology, here is your Penn State Campus Weather Service forecast.
Good evening, my name is Chris Long. I'm a student meteorologist here at the Penn State Campus Weather Service with a look at our Tuesday evening forecast. And I gotta tell you guys, there's really not much to be talking about. We're gonna be seeing sunny skies and fairly warm temperatures for really the end of this week and much of this weekend. We really don't see the chance for rain again until we move into next week. But let's go ahead and take a look at that future weather. So as I said, tonight we'll be seeing clear skies. Our temperatures dropping down into the mid-50s here in State College. We could see a few clouds up to the northeast, maybe near Scranton, where they will drop down only into the upper 50s tonight. As we wake up tomorrow morning, we'll be seeing our temperatures sort of start to climb back up into the 50s with maybe a few clouds around in the morning, maybe some of that morning fog. But by the time we get into the afternoon, we'll be seeing temperatures climb up into the upper 60s, near 70 here in State College, where we'll be seeing those sunny skies. And there could be a few showers up into the northeast, maybe near Scranton again, but we'll be seeing clear skies for tomorrow. Moving into tomorrow night, we'll be seeing temperatures drop down into the mid to low 50s across the Commonwealth, including us here in State College. Again, we'll stay clear with our skies. And then as we wake up on Thursday morning, temperatures in the mid to low 40s across the Commonwealth. And again, we'll be seeing a mix of clear skies and a few clouds, but what we mostly seeing is clear here in State College. As we move towards our Thursday night, clear skies expected across the Commonwealth. The same story for Thursday morning and Friday morning as well. We'll finally be seeing some of that high pressure begin to move off, and then as we make our way towards Friday night and the beginning of our weekend, we'll see some clouds moving in to the southern portion of Pennsylvania. But I think here in State College, we're going to be seeing clear throughout the day on Friday into Friday night into Saturday. And here is your Saturday morning forecast. As we see, we're expecting clear skies across much of the Commonwealth. We'll see a low pressure system. I believe that's actually Hurricane Delta making its way into the central portion of the southeast. But we'll be staying dry here in central Pennsylvania throughout Saturday and into Saturday night. So here's our forecast for tonight. We're expecting mostly clear skies, as I said. 50 degrees for our low temperature. Tomorrow we'll see more of those sunny conditions. It will be a little bit breezy though, so we'll have winds 15 to 20 miles an hour and gusting up to 35 miles an hour. And as we take a look at our 7-day forecast from the Penn State Campus Weather Service, just look at all that sun, and those temperatures actually, for the most part, are above average for this time of year. Saturday, we'll be making our way into the mid-70s. Sunday, we'll see a few clouds around in the afternoon, but still expecting our temperatures in the upper 60s, still above average for this time of year. Monday, more of the same, warm and sunny skies, our temperatures reaching 70. And as I said, finally on Tuesday, that's when we'll see our next chance of rain. It'll be quite warm though, and we'll have clouds moving in throughout the morning and afternoon hours, and then we'll see showers start to develop in the evening. But until we get to that point, sunny skies, warm temperatures, not helping our drought, but if you want to go outside and enjoy some fall activities, this is definitely the right type of weather for you. For the Penn State Campus Weather Service, I'm Chris Long. Have a great week, everybody.
President Donald Trump is no longer in the Walter Reed Medical Center after being seen leaving the hospital just after 6:30 p.m. last night. The president's medical team said that although Trump has been making tremendous steps to recovery, he is, quote, not out of the woods yet. Last night, President Trump was seen outside of the White House giving a thumbs up and taking to Twitter to tweet that he has learned so much from this virus. Although Trump is still positive for COVID-19, Trump still intends to be at the debate on October 15th.
More than 100 people gathered at the White House Rose Garden to celebrate President Trump's third nominee to the Supreme Court, Amy Coney Barrett. Following this event, a number of individuals in close contact with President Trump tested positive for the coronavirus. Among those were the First Lady Melania Trump, campaign manager Bill Stepien, and White House Press Secretary Kayleigh McEnany. President Trump received medical attention at the Walter Reed Military Hospital, but has since returned to the White House. As of now, the Vice President of the United States, Mike Pence, has tested negative for the virus. Positive cases among the members of the Senate Judiciary Committee who attended the event could ultimately impact Barrett's confirmation timeline.
In newly released audio clips, the grand jury facing the death of Breonna Taylor was met with conflicting accounts of the fatal raid. Kentucky Attorney General Daniel Cameron released the recordings on Friday after a judge ordered him to do so. The audio files did not include statements from prosecutors about which charges they think should be brought upon the officers who took place in the raid. However, the jury was presented with their first testimonies from some of those directly involved in the shooting, including neighbors, officers, and Taylor's boyfriend, Kenneth Walker. Walker said he was, quote, scared to death the night of the fatal March shooting.
The Commission of Presidential Debates is undergoing changes for the upcoming vice presidential debate following President Donald Trump's positive coronavirus diagnosis. The 90-minute debate is set to take place at the University of Utah this Wednesday between current Vice President Mike Pence and Democratic nominee Senator Kamala Harris. Pence and Harris will now be seated 12 feet apart rather than the previously agreed 7 feet. This change comes from the request of the Biden campaign. Everyone in attendance at the debate is required to comply by the CDC regulations of social distancing and wearing masks. These changes were made in hopes of limiting the further spread of the coronavirus. And that's all for tonight on PSN News.
Be sure to check us out on Twitter and Facebook at PSN News, on Instagram at Penn State Network News, and subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/PSN News.
Have a good night and stay safe, Penn State.